Damian Cole, the formidable CEO of Cole and Vale Enterprises, surprised everyone by bringing his disabled mother, Margaret, to the office one day. As they entered the building together, the atmosphere shifted instantly. Conversations halted, and whispers filled the air as employees stared at the unusual sight of their often cold and unapproachable boss showing such vulnerability. No one knew who Margaret was, nor did they understand why Damon, known for his ruthless business decisions, would care so deeply for someone so fragile. While the office buzzed with speculation, Grace Mitchell, Damon's dedicated secretary, stepped forward with kindness. She knelt beside Margaret's wheelchair, took her hand, and greeted her warmly, recognizing the strength that had raised such a powerful man. Damon observed the interaction silently, feeling something inside him shift as he watched Grace treat his mother with such care. Throughout the day, Grace remained by Margaret's side, making her tea, adjusting her surroundings to ensure she was comfortable, and even changing the music to suit her preferences. Damon, although busy with meetings and calls, couldn't help but feel a distraction in her presence, a gentle reminder of familial love and connection that had been buried for too long. Grace's compassionate actions brought a flicker of life to Margaret's eyes, and as the day went on, something began to change in the atmosphere. That evening, as Grace prepared to leave, Damon approached her. His demeanor shifted from CEO to a man who was searching for words that had long eluded him. He thanked Grace for her kindness, acknowledging that it had brought a rare smile to his mother's face. Just then, Margaret stirred and dropped a small folded photograph onto the floor. Grace picked it up and uncovered a haunting image of a younger Damon standing beside a gravestone, with the name Emily inscribed on it. She felt her heart race as the realization of who Emily was hit her. She was Damon's sister, a girl who had vanished years ago. Damon took the photo from her, and for the first time, she saw fear in his eyes. He revealed that he had failed to protect Emily, and the weight of his past began to surface. Grace's heart ached for him, understanding the pain behind his cold exterior, realizing that the ruthless CEO was just a man haunted by loss. The following morning, as Grace continued to care for Margaret, she noticed a warmth returning to the older woman's demeanor, a sign that her presence was working wonders. Damon arrived early, noticing the change in Margaret, and Grace shared that Margaret had said her name in her sleep the previous day, which sparked a glimmer of hope in Damon. As the days passed, Grace's gentle touch and unwavering support helped Margaret regain some of her lost warmth and spirit. During a lunch in the garden terrace, Damon witnessed a moment he had not seen in years. His mother smiled and ate comfortably, and for the first time, he felt like a weight was being lifted. As Margaret spoke to him, expressing her pride, tears of relief filled Damon's eyes, and he felt a sense of healing begin. Meanwhile, Grace and Damon grew closer, sharing moments that transcended their professional boundaries. One evening, as they shared a ride home, Damon opened up about his struggles and what he had lost, revealing his vulnerability to Grace. Their connection deepened, and Grace began to see the man behind the CEO facade. As they spent more time together, Grace realized that Damon was not just a boss, but someone who had buried his pain and was slowly learning to let it resurface. The following Friday, Grace was invited to dinner at Damon's penthouse, a place she had never been before. As she entered, the warmth and smell of home-cooked pasta enveloped her, and she felt a flutter of excitement. Damon greeted her, looking more relaxed than she had ever seen him, and Margaret sat nearby, wrapped in a soft blanket. They shared a cozy dinner, and Grace brought flowers for Margaret, which she placed in a vase, brightening the room. Throughout the meal, Damon shared fond memories of cooking with his mother, reminding Grace of the warmth that still existed within Margaret despite her struggles. As they ate, Grace felt a sense of belonging that she hadn't expected, realizing that they had created a new family dynamic that included the three of them. Their laughter and shared stories filled the space, and Grace's heart swelled with warmth. By the end of the evening, Grace knew that she had not only impacted Margaret's life, but had also begun to chip away at the walls Damon had built around himself. As she left, Damon looked at her with gratitude, and she felt a spark of connection that hinted at something deeper forming between them. The days that followed were filled with small gestures of kindness exchanged between them. Grace continued to care for Margaret, and Damon began to open up more about his past, allowing Grace to glimpse the man behind the corporate mask. But unbeknownst to them, someone else had been watching their growing bond from afar and didn't like how close they were becoming. As Damian and Grace navigated their way through the complexities of their relationship, they found comfort in each other, slowly uncovering the layers of their pasts while building a future filled with hope and connection. The journey was just beginning, and with every passing day, they both realized that love could blossom in the most unexpected places, healing old wounds and forging new paths forward.